This is Joey Shaw with Twin Lakes Sports Network. I'm filling in for David McBee and Mike Hemme. Today we're joined with one and only Ronnie Brewer, Arkansas Razorback and NBA player. Ronnie, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Ronnie, we visited just a little bit before we went on air here and learned a little bit about you. You were telling me you've got a connection right here to Mountain Home. You want to tell the fans back home, what is that connection to right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas?
I grew up in Fayetteville, Arkansas, graduated from Fayetteville High School, went to Woodland Junior High School. But one of my coaches there when I was growing up was George Sikowski. And about my sophomore, junior year, he came over here and was coaching and got into the administrative role here at Mountain Home High School. So he'd asked me to come to one of the basketball camps here and speak one day at the camp, interact with the kids, and I did that a couple times when he was here. And I really enjoyed the area and tried to come back and visit as much as I possibly could.
Now I guess that's when you first got to see the area, and you mentioned going fishing for the first time. How was that experience?
It was a great experience. I don't think we have any fishing like that where you can go out there and get rainbow and brown trout like that and get the views and just the atmosphere to be able to relax and enjoy yourself and be able to kick back. And so I really enjoyed it. Coach Sikowski took me out there and kind of fell in love with it and have been coming back ever since.
Speaking of coaching, that's what you're doing today. You're out here coaching kids. You want to tell us a little bit about why you're here in Mountain Home and what's going on today?
We're trying to raise money for Team Arkansas to go play in the TBT tournament, what better opportunity to come and have a day basketball camp where we can teach kids the fundamental of basketball, have some games where they can compete and get better in the summer, and that's what basketball is all about, is the kids getting away from the swimming pool, getting away from video games, come out there and work hard and try to get better. And so I was just glad I was able to be a part of it, and it looks like the kids are really having a really good time.
It is. You guys have quite the turnout here. I believe there was a little over 70 kids have joined today. You were talking about being part of the team. You're part of Team Arkansas. And I'd like to know just how did you get involved with Team Arkansas? How did that come about?
Well, the TBT's tournament's been going on for about 3 years. And every year, every summer, a group of guys get together and they're like, oh, man, we should have got a team together. And I always say, well, if you get this guy to play, I'll play. If you get this guy to play, I'll play. And, it was about time that we got an Arkansas alumni team in, because we have a lot of fan support, a lot of Arkansas Razorback fans, alumni, that when Arkansas does something good in the state, they get behind. Example, the Razorback baseball team, so excited for them to be trying to play for a national championship. So, we decided, hey, why don't we enter a team and give the fans what they want and be able to go out there and compete on the national level to show, the world that, Arkansas has got some talent too.
Yes, talking about Arkansas, we know when you played at Fayetteville. But you've got a history there besides yourself. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I feel like the legacy at Arkansas was paved long before I got there. My mom played on the women's basketball team. My dad played there and was an All-American, went to the Final Four, played with the legendary triplets, and, kind of set the Brewer name in stone. And then my sister followed his footsteps and went to Arkansas, was an All-American in track. So, it was a hard and easy decision when it came for me to come out of high school, getting recruited by everybody, to sign with the University of Arkansas and be a Razorback.
That's cool right there to have that legacy there at the school. And then, of course, you went on to the NBA after playing there at Arkansas. And tell us maybe a few little memories that you have, or your best memory there playing as an NBA player.
When people ask me that, I never really talk about the personal accolades about, I averaged this many points, this many rebounds, this many assists, or I did this, I did that. Some of my best memories that I can recall is, when our team had success. My first year in Utah, we made it to the Western Conference Finals. if you look at today's NBA, it's all about wins and losses and rings and no rings. And they always talk about Charles Barkley and Reggie Miller, and they talk about Tracy McGrady not really ever making it out the first round, or Chris Paul, this is his first year ever really making it out the first round or making it to the conference finals. It's not easy because there's so many great players from around the world. So whenever our team would have, team success, those were the memories that stuck with me. Those years in Utah and being the #1 seed in Chicago out of the East, the years that Dallas and the Miami Heat won in the finals, and we thought we were going to have a chance to win those years. And being on the Thunder, being on the Knicks, having team success and having team chemistry, camaraderie went a long way. And those are some of the best memories I've had is our team success.
That sponsors our show, their tagline is "Making Memories." It's about families, coming here to the area like you, fishing, and that's what life's about, and that's what you're talking about here. Now, some of your other memories, maybe let's back up. Maybe your childhood. What's a memory that stands out there as a child? It could be anything. It doesn't have to be sports related.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up a diehard Razorback fan. I wasn't much of a NBA fan, NFL fan. I only liked the teams that my dad liked. I became a Cowboys fan because my dad was a Cowboy fan. I became a Bulls fan because I had a TV in my room, and the only station I really had was WGN, and they used to play all the Bulls games. And when they did the starting lineup, they used to say from Central Arkansas, Scottie Pippen. So I was like, well, if this guy can make it out of Arkansas, there's hope and there's light at the end of the tunnel for me. But I was a huge Razorback fan, and going to the Razorback basketball games, the '94 season, the '95 season, the year they won it, the year they came runner-up. My dad take me to the games and be able to meet Corliss Williamson and Corey Beck, Scotty Thurman, Nolan Richardson, Mike Anderson, all those guys. I loved every minute of that, and being from Arkansas, you know how much you love your neighbor, and you're so much in the community. And whenever the Razorbacks are doing well, everybody's happy. And I remember, around Fayetteville, the buzz was so awesome about the success of the Razorbacks. And I just enjoy every moment of that back then and now through all sports at Arkansas.
Well, before I came over today, I got online and I looked up a little bit about you. And one of the things I seen was you're involved. You have a camp. And on there, I was reading just the first little bit. It was talking about your dad and your family. And the first impression I got from reading it was this guy's a family guy. It's all about family, and that's kind of what you shared here. Family is really important.
Yeah, I mean, before people really know me, sometimes I'm quiet, sometimes I'm not, but. One thing that they do understand is, I'm all about, my community and helping them, and I'm all about my family and helping them. I have a large family, a lot of, cousins that I'm really close with, and, a lot of friends that I'm close with. And I think those relationships are really important and really key to build you as a person and to mold you to the person you are today.
So those were keys to your success, then, was the backbone of your family. And I see your dad and your extended family is involved with you.
We actually created the foundation. That's probably one of the more important things that I'm proud of. Basketball comes and goes. The lifespan of how many years you play in the NBA, or the average careers, anywhere from 3 to 4 years. So, some guys are blessed to be able to play, 20 plus years. Others are not. But one thing that I can say that I left a lifelong mold and dent in the community where, I give back via my basketball camps. We started that in 2006. So the Brew Crew basketball camp is, we have one Monday in Fayetteville for grades 7th through 12th. That's going on its 12th year. We did our first camp in Fort Smith, Arkansas. The reason we did that, my dad's from Fort Smith, Arkansas. He used to have a camp when he was in the NBA and when he retired. So I wanted to start that tradition. My foundation goes in, passes out school supply at the Boys and Girls Club, which is very dear to my heart because that molded me to be the person I am. We give out coats during winter. We give out Thanksgiving dinner. We give out Thanksgiving supplies for 100 families, and we prepare food for more than 100 families at the Boys and Girls Club. We give, we try to donate to the Children's Safety First Center by doing a toy drive. We also try to give to families from the Boys and Girls Club who are less fortunate. So those things are most important to me, is be able to have an impact on the community. Because, again, a lot of kids growing up, they're going to remember you. Some is not about your playing career. But if you can go out there and do more and do a little bit that you can, that's going to be a lasting memory that they have for the rest of their life. And maybe that can inspire somebody else to do the same thing that you're doing.
And sometimes those kids that you're out there with, you may not know right then and there or a year or 2 years from now what impact, but you can definitely make a huge impact on somebody and may not even realize it.
Yeah, that's what you try to do. We don't try to embarrass anybody by trying to give back. If they want to come in anonymous, we set up things like that where people don't have to see. But we're all about helping kids, helping families, and making a difference. And that's what my foundation's all about. That's what I'm all about, and that's the morals and the character that my family instilled in me, my friends instilled in me, and we're just trying to do the right thing as much as possible and try to help out as many people we can as much as possible.
Now, before we go, there's one other question we like to ask every guest that comes on the show. We've learned about Ronnie Brewer, the Arkansas Razorback. We know about Ronnie Brewer, NBA player. Now, who is Ronnie Brewer, the guy? Tell us something, tell the fans something about Ronnie Brewer that maybe nobody knows.
I mean, another one of my most important feats is, being a good father, man. My daughter, Kaylani Brewer, she's 9 years old. Just trying to be the best father I can to her, best role model I can for her, and teach her the life lessons that my parents taught me, and showing her through the Ronnie Brewer Foundation, like what it means to give back and do for others before you do unto yourself. That's my biggest thing that I want to do is instill the right values in her and let her go on and be a wonderful person in society. A lot of people know I'm an avid Razorback fan, an avid Dallas Cowboy fan. Don't watch a lot of baseball. I love watching Razorback baseball. And I'm a Fayetteville till I die type of guy, and I want to be there forever. And I'm an Arkansas guy till I die. But I'm just a happy-go-lucky person, and we give the shirt off my back to help somebody else, and hopefully other people see me do that, try to do the same.
Guys, this is Joey Shaw, Twin Lakes Sports Network. Ronnie Brewer, we appreciate it. Thanks for coming on, taking a few minutes with us. We appreciate it. Yes, sir. Thank you. We'll be right back.